Hello and welcome. So, I'm going to take a look at the Times Quick Cryptic crossword, and this is being published on Monday the 23rd of June 2025. Our setter today is Oink, our little piggy setter. I say that because in every puzzle that Oink has put forward, there is a bacon pig related answer somewhere in there. Um, yeah, just a little look back at my records, and it's a Monday, so Mondays are normally a bit easier. Um, and I've had 3 puzzles around the 7-minute mark from Oink, but then there is one at 21, and the last one took me 15 minutes. I think I was getting a bit overconfident about them, and I got miffed as it was taking so long, and I couldn't be bothered to alphabet draw my last one. So yeah, got to keep my head this time. I think that's all I need to say. Really, I'm going to reset the timer and crack on. Desperate desire to live. Um, Exploding meeting about public school. Exploding meeting about public school. That must be something to do with Eton. Smart Conservative Party making a comeback. Party is a do. Smart. Cod. Gosh. Smart as to sting. Beer brewed by chemist shop. Get it cheap here. Chemist shop is a chemist's in my book. Boots maybe. Boot sale. Boots ale. Yeah, boot sale. Okay. Um, husband in great pain. Ache. Liquid he sipped. Good for woolly customers. There's something about sheep there, isn't there? Sheep dip. I think that's sheep dip. I'm going to go with. There's 2 P's as dipped. Yeah, I think that's sheep dip. Coaches bearing. Coaches training. Coaches carriage. Lock up silver in church. Cage. Church of England. So soup up old rover. One with great power. Old rover. Gonna come back to that one. I've got some letters. LA heavy found in lake. Gosh. LA heavy found in lake. Don't know what clue there is. Is it heavy going into LA? Lake. Ugh. Police holding everyone back. English crumble. You'd think that's, or I would have thought that's something like everyone back is all English on the end. Stimulate awareness, might one say? Don't know. Okay, let's look at the downs. Submarine captain with an O is shortly Nemo. A little unemotional, yep. In word. A few root out items such as wellies. That's an anagram of a few sorry. I thought that's an open. Eton in there. Oh, I'm looking at the down club. I'm looking at the wrong one, that's why. A few root out. Footwear. Yeah, foot. That's easy enough, isn't it? Footwear. That's probably going to be Eton in there, isn't it? Exploding meeting about. Meeting about is detonate, which is a date. Okay. Harry and Sarah, alas, turning up with son in tow. Harry. Okay, so Harry is to badger and things. Sarah's Sal. So that's lass with son in tow. No. Okay. Let's go. Harass. Ooh. Oh, it's just an anagram of Sarah, isn't it? Sarah with an S in it. Yep. Harass. Okay. Go back. Reseed. Plant again. Yep. Reseed. Outhouse only half finished is shed. That's a hidden word. Kind of. Preparing a vinaigrette. Perhaps. I don't know. Something ing. Let's go on to the next down. Silent comic. Is that a chaplain embracing a man of the cloth? Yeah, chaplain. Chaplain. Because it's the man of the cloth. Good old Henry Hog, isn't it? Something back. Brought something back for the barbecue. Hig. Good is G, O is old, and Henry is H. Yep, Hog, and there's a piggy clue in the middle of it. I clear up is spilt rum. Gosh, I don't know. Pick. It's an anagram. My rum Huclear, Piclear, not sure what that is, Puclear. In agreement at about head of church straight away. At or hone, at straight away, at. In agreement is at one, but as one, as hone. Head of church at cone, as cone, straight away. It's not an agreement then, is it, in that way? First lady beginning to lecture in New York evenly, regularly, yep, evenly. Prime Minister's daughter visiting me in Paris. Me is je. Oh gosh, Prime Minister's. Is that Eden? Not sure about that. Antonine, maybe. I don't know what me in Paris is trouble. Spots Charlie leaving accident. Spots dice. Accident. C out of an accident. Mishap. I'm at the top again. Where am I looking at? I'm looking at one across. Desperate desire to live. Is that just an anagram, isn't it? That's reside. Okay. That's dressing there, isn't it? I think. Preparing. Dressing, yep. This one, smart, conservative. Conservative, making a comeback. Smart. Party. Clever. Yeah, revel. Revel backwards. Okay, top half done. Down here, LA heavy. Found in lake. La. LA. I'm just thinking that's LA, and then heavy would be. That doesn't have to be Eden, does it? Let's look at this one. A stimulate awareness, might one say. Gosh. This whole police holding everyone back, so is that or LLA there with police, which would be cromboys to collapse, cops. Okay, the cops are there. There's my C. At once, they are. That's what I was having a problem with, because it was the at one with the C in the middle of it. Okay, what's this over? Souped up old rover 1 with great power. Over souped up, over revved. With great power, over. So my anagram of I clear up, I've got no idea what that's, because this is got rid of the P and the C, and there's an A, but what to go for the rest of them? P something, C something, 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 A something. Peculiar, okay. Peculiar, oh peculiar. Rom, something's rom, it's a bit peculiar. Okay, over souped up old rover, it's just over, okay, maybe it's overload. Overload, souped up. Great power. Overlord, okay, it's just an anagram complete, that's a crash and rash. Let's just leave these ones over here. I don't know if this is Eden, do I? LA. Take that out for a minute and just have a look. LA heavy. Heavy would be. Found in lake. Heavy found in lake. Well, the only thing I can see LA doing is putting it on the front really. Heavy would be. And this. Stimulate awareness. Might one say. So there's an anagram of awareness. Sorry, it sounded like an awareness. Announce and 8 minutes otherwise. I'm done by not knowing the French word for me. But I do think Eden, but EEN. What prime ministers do I know? Let's go backwards. We got current one. Starmer, Rishi Sunak, Liz Truss, Boris Johnson, Theresa May, David Cameron, Gordon Brown, Tony Blair, John Major, Mrs Thatcher, Ted Heath, James Callaghan. I mean, it looks like it's going to be Eden. It's not going to be Churchill. In which case, what's this? Stimulate is to ignite. No. Awareness. Can't think of a word there. And stern. Take that from it though. Pit is the right number of letters, but no D. Peel, right number of letters. N. If that is Eden, I don't like it being Eden, but let's go with it. Heavy, found in lake. I can't think of any lakes. LA, heavy, found in lake. Heavy could be ton. Although what that then becomes, I don't know. Me in Paris. I wish I could remember French better. At this moment, I don't really care, but normally, but at this moment it'd be useful. Stimulate is to on. Awareness is sense. Well, it's unlikely to be anything off the bottom row of the keyboard. That's good news. It can be a vowel, could be an S. D, F, G, H, N, J, K, L, unlikely. PN's a possibility, but unlikely. So it's really only got, I've really only got the vowels to put in there. Engage, engage. Enrage, awareness, enrage. N, so it was an N. N. What would that be? Ants. Awareness, might one say. Awareness, sense. My list of lakes is low, really, if I'm honest. LA heavy, found in lake. Even if I put that in there, I can't see where I'm going on this. Are we looking at LA heavy being the American word for heavy, which would be, I don't know, really heavy. Fatten. I'm gonna open the window. Gosh, warm. Stimulate awareness. In. Insense. Insight. There. Insight. There. Insight. Okay, that's interesting. EC. EC is here, isn't it? It's not visiting me in Paris. I am joie. I mean, I think that's right. Stimulate is to insight. Awareness is having insight. IGHT. I can't think of any prime ministers with the D. So maybe it's Modi. Moi. Okay. That's a bit nasty, isn't it? Goon. Lagoon. There we are. Boom. 1359. Wow. Okay. That was a bit unkind, giving us a foreign prime minister and a foreign word intersecting. Right, let's have a look at that puzzle. So yeah, right. Desperate desire is, so we've got an anagram of desire. Desperate is your anagram indicator, and to live is to reside. To explode is to detonate. A meeting is a date, going around the public school of Eton. Smart is clever, conservative is C, and a party making comeback is revel, going backwards. Beer is ale, brewed by the chemist shop, Boots the chemist, and you might get it cheap here, or you might get something cheap at a car boot sale. Husband is H, going in great, which is ace, which gives you a pain, which is an ache. Liquid he sipped. Yeah, so liquid. I think liquid is your anagram indicator that he sipped is an anagram of sheep dip, and good for woolly customers. Well, sheep dip is good for woolly customers. Carriage, a coach is a carriage on a train, and your bearing is carriage, how you carry yourself. Lock up is a cage. Silver AG, the periodic table, in CE for Church of England. Souped up old rovers. We've got souped up is your anagram indicator that old rover is an anagram of overlord, and an overlord has great power. Right, LA is in the clue. A heavy is a goon, and a lake is a lagoon. Police holding everyone back. So we've got police is cops, holding everyone back. So all backwards, and an E on the end for English, which gives us collapse, which is to crumble. To stimulate awareness is to gain insight. Sorry, stimulate is to incite, spelled that way. Awareness is insight, IGHT. It's a sound like. On the downs, let's look at the downs. We've got the submarine captain, Captain Nemo, and a little is saying there's a hidden word in unemotional. A few root is an anagram of footwear. Out is your anagram indicator, and items such as wellies are footwear. What have we got here? Harry is H. Wait, no, it's not. Harry is to harass. Sorry. Sarah is an anagram. No, Sarah turning up is literally put Sarah upwards, and S for sun into S for sun in. So, gosh, having looked at how easy that clue was to get to and how badly I said it, probably says why I've been 14 minutes today. To go back is to recede, and to plant again is a sound like of, yeah, you reseed the fields, you can seed as in S-E-E-D. An outhouse is a shed, only half finished, so the second half of finished is shed. Preparing is dressing, and a vinaigrette is an example of dressing, perhaps it says it's looking for an example. Silent comic is Charlie Chaplin. Embracing an A, so put an A into Chaplin gives you Chaplain, which is the man of the cloth. Good old Henrys, so good is G, old is O, and Henry is H. That's what I was thinking of. Harry was H. Henry is a scientific unit. I can't tell you of what, but H is its abbreviation, so that gives you GOH. Put those backwards gives you hog coming forwards, which is something for the barbecue or the hog roast. And hog is our little piggy clue today from Oink. I clear up is an anagram of peculiar. Spilt is your anagram indicator. And something that's peculiar is a bit rum. Rum's a bit of a crossword land for peculiar or odd. In agreement is at one. About the head of church. So the head of church is a C, literally letter C. And straight away is at once. The first lady is Eve, as in Adam and Eve. Beginning to lecture is an L, put into NY for New York. And regularly is something that's regular is even, so evenly, regularly. Right, we've got Prime Minister of India, Mr. Modi. I don't know what his first name is. Modi. Daughter visiting me in Paris, so moi. And spots can be a rash. And Charlie leaving an accident, so crash becomes rash. So there we go, all done, just under 14 minutes. That little corner down there holding me up. Thanks for watching.